Just like everybody else, I hate working on new heroes, which is why I just don't, and I'm going to explain why. However, quick disclaimer, this is not the conventional top war wisdom. I'm not necessarily recommending this for you, and it absolutely will make your account weaker, at least in the short term. Now, before I talk about what I like working on instead of the new heroes, let me explain why I don't like working on these new heroes. Now, I will admit, if you want to get stronger in the here and now, there are very few things that you can do that are better than upgrading the newest and best hero. What I don't like is it's a little bit temporary, because Top War is always releasing newer and better heroes. So whenever a hero comes out, that hero is generally replaced between 1 and 9 months from their release date, especially as more and more heroes are becoming universal heroes that work on all branches. If you worked on a hero that you took from 1 to 5 stars, that was 620 orange shards that if you replaced them and you're not using them anymore, kind of feels like a waste because you can't get those shards back. So instead of throwing orange shards into those new heroes, which could just be temporary, I like throwing them into something more permanent, and a good example of that is perks. These are a great thing to work on because if you max out some perks, or even if you get them part way, you only have to pay 1,000 gems and you can move those perks to any other 5-star hero of the same color that you'd like. So once you do start chasing the newest and best heroes, once you get them to 5 stars, you can always transfer those perks on them, and now you have the newest best hero with full perks. The amount of work that you can put into perks is almost endless, and it's always permanent. You can work on 1, 2, or even 3 full marches of perks, and if you did that, you could have a fully perked march for each one of the branches. You could also work on having an attack and defense march depending on what heroes work best. You know, there's plenty of heroes that only work on either offense or defense, so maybe you want to switch them out when they're not doing the thing that they're meant to do. You could also set aside perks for those special heroes that work in specific circumstances, heroes like 914 or Rockfield, which never seem to go out of style, but they're definitely not best in every circumstance. You could even work on gathering perks. I'm working on orange perks for gathering right now to max out my suppressions. Once my suppressions are maxed out, I re-roll all those gathering perks to combat perks, and I'm ready to get back in the fight. Or maybe you've already finished your combat perks and instead you want to put world collection speed on a bunch of heroes so you can send them on Odinium tiles, and you can have a ridiculous amount of Valhalla units because you just have plenty of Odinium. You could even work on utility marches. Maybe you want a couple of heroes with march speed increase, so when you're taking out dark forces, you're just going off like a bullet train. There are so many things that you can do with your perks. There are also plenty of utility heroes that you could work on. Heroes like Amalia, where she gives you more chests, which can actually give you more orange shards. You have Caruso for more instant train units, Scaramanga, instantly trained Valhalla units, or even Diana if you want to make her stronger so you can take on those 5-star dark forces during Eternal Lands. The utility heroes are going to be valuable no matter what Top War releases, so they're a permanent boost and always going to be helpful. Something else you can think about is the hero bonds. I mean, we already talked about perks, but the hero bonds can be used for perk farming as well as the hero bond bonuses themselves. So of course, as you complete the hero bonds, you get the bonuses within that, but you can also turn all of the heroes on there to a perk farm, because with the exception of Caruso, all the other orange heroes on there are free and they can be obtained through premium and elite recruiting. And a perk farm is just getting a free hero to 5 stars. That way all these shards that you get from then on are just extra, and you could pay 1,000 gems and put perks on them, use their shards to fill up those perks, and then pay another 1,000 gems to either move them to a new perk farm or to a hero that you want to have those perks. So you can work on all those combat perks instead of new heroes even faster if you're using universal shards as well as perk farming. This is definitely a slow and steady wins the race kind of strategy, and you will have to be playing for quite a while to really reap the benefits of this strategy, but in the meantime, you will fall behind. I'm definitely falling behind in my server, so I have a question for you. Do you think I'm wasting my time, or do you think this will pay off in the end? I can only imagine the shitstorm that's actually brewing in those comments right now, but I am curious what you have to say. So thank you guys for watching. I look forward to reading your comments, most of them, and of course, as always, have a fantastic day.